Good morning. Someone loves you in Texas. I live in Texas, and I have been put together and had moments to be able to start this intro right, but never did it. I appreciate y'all loving me for me and coming back to watch my videos in any way that I'm at. So I want to get started on this project. I had it set to work on like this weekend while I was in the car a lot, but I worked on other stuff that was mindless instead. I have another test. So I have all of my hooks, like a variety of them. This is like a roll, and I have a few in here too because I don't know what size I'm gonna need, and I was out, like I said. I made myself a little basket here, and I put it in this blush because I'm gonna go with like this red. Ooh, there's another hook I had in here. Why didn't I open this other window? Because you're not even gonna get the real like color. The window behind me is. Excuse the mess that I have back there. I've got laundry to do, housework to do, and I'd much rather be doing this. So my colorways are these. I'll get a better picture for you. It'll be fine. Y'all will see the whole process the whole time. So, okay, so, I realized I say so a lot. I am using Artiste 100% mercerized Egyptian cotton. I believe all of it is that, but I know that 2 of them rang in as cheaper, so, which is very weird. So I'm like, maybe I didn't get Egyptian cotton for all of them. I know I made sure that they were like a 10 weight thread. They all say Egyptian cotton. I don't know why she had said 2 of them were a different price. Oh yeah, this colorway right here is a different price. That's so crazy. And it's the same yardage on all of them. But I got 2 of each color because you have to double up. So this is natural, ivory, current. Oh my gosh, I just did my nails and I thought I broke one. Topaz, and I only got 1 of these because she said that the 6th colorway, we only use about half of like all the other ones, and all the other ones are the same. So, and plus this was the only one left, and I had to have it. It's like one of my favorite colors. Coal black, obviously. Y'all used to tail, right? And pewter. I almost got like a bright yellow, but then I went back to my trusty maroon. Red just looks good on me. I feel like, I don't know, it's just elegant. So I kind of feel like I'm gonna be a bit of a twin of Dominique. This is my first time testing for her, and she is kind of like new at pattern writing, and I'm excited about that. I've been following her for a long time. I'm so thrilled that she knows who I am. I mean, like, I always wanted to be friends with her when she was doing runway stuff. And here I am. Yes, Dominique, I'm your friend. Yeah, did I say I'm making a skirt? It's called Vivy, I believe. I didn't print the pattern. I'm just using it on my phone. And I have my notebook here ready and waiting. I don't have many pages left on my notebook. After this test, this one might be out, like, and done, and I'm on to my next book, which I got. I have plans to just use it as my design book. It actually has my logo on it. Love it. My bestie got that for me. She is Entangled in Fibers on Instagram. She's not always on there, and we haven't gotten to do any crafty trips this year, which we usually do several of. Anyway, I'm just gonna get to chatting a lot, so I'll let you go, and I'm gonna get to swatching, and I'll show you. about to have some lunch, so I put on a little bit of a face. I thought that I would get Gage like first go around. I don't know why I was so confident, but I did not, you guys. I used the suggested hook size. You okay? She just ate a clump of dirt over here. That's what it was, and she choked on it. My littlest pug. But I used the suggested hook size of 3.75 millimeters. It's an F. This is from Harper Baby Hooks. It's a very used hook. I love this handle. I don't know if she has been making any hooks lately though, but yeah, anyways, this is my Gage. Look how cute the little clusters are. Also, I'm using like a knitting guide. Do they call this a knitting guide? Thread guide? I don't know. Just to make sure, because I'm having to use thread, that it doesn't like dig into my finger. I want to be able to, yeah, easily crochet this thing in like a day or two, right? Once I get going, it's going to be awesome. The ends is going to be my worst part. And she has it suggested so that each round you weave in the ends. Let me tell you about how I'm not going to do that, because I'm a masochist and would rather complain about it in the end, because I want to see the freaking thing first. Okay, so this never happens where I get to go up hook sizes. This is so thrilling. Now I'm going to use my Knit Brooks. This is a 4 millimeter. I only need to go up, well, this is 5, and the gauge I think is 5.5. I'm on my phone, so I can't check the pattern. I think it's 5.5 diagonal for the square is the gauge. So I only need to go half, so I'm only gonna go up to the 4. Hopefully it works, and I will have only had to do this twice. I have a feeling also that dealing with this tiny thread like is gonna be a little bit tedious. It's fine. So it uses either thread doubling up or sport weight. And I love the like feel and look of the thread, and it's kind of cool to see the stitch definition doubling it up. So I totally suggest using the size 10 crochet thread. Go with it. And it's really cheap. It only cost me like 25 bucks at Walmart to get all these. And if you get mercerized, it's going to be like a shinier yarn, which I love also. Basically, I just have a feeling I'm going to love this whole entire project. And this being Egyptian cotton, that means it's better and softer, right? I really love how tiny these clusters are. So I'm a little bit bummed that I'm going to go up in gauge. Gauge is important though if you want garments to fit properly. It's definitely going to be quite gappy. So I have a feeling I'll have to wear something under it for sure. Or it could be just like a swim cover. I mean, I got a pool back here. I'll be ready for that summertime. Yes, I'm excited. And this will be cool if I can use it with it, like the gauge gets done, because I feel like it brings out, like it matches. It just makes this thing a whole elegant vibe. And that's how I think of Dominique of Namaste Crochet too. She just comes off as elegant. Oh yes, I've got 2 squares. I forget how addicting it is to make granny squares. I know it can be like kind of a controversial thing, because granny squares is what makes crochet seem like granny style. So, but this is still going to be like crochet is glam, because it's a skirt and we're gonna make it glam. I love it. Honestly, this skirt would be really cool in all one color too, even if you didn't do the color work aspect of it. I don't know, it kind of brings a little bit more fun to it this way also. But maybe one day I'm gonna have to try like all one color. I don't know. I don't know how many skirts of these I'm going to make. I've already set aside like other yarn that I have in my stash to make another one because I don't know. Why not? It's a good stash buster. There's background noise of my husband listening to the races, but I just had to pop on to tell y'all I finished my squares. We're not counting the ends, okay? There's lots of ends to weave in here. I have heard of a strategy of doing the magic knot, and you can figure out where it's going to land so that you basically don't have any ends to weave in. Now is probably the time to be able to do that task, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'm just going to torture myself and save all the ends for the end. So be prepared for those complaints later. I just want to see the skirt. So now that they're all done, these squares, these first batch of squares, I get to put them together and start creating the skirt. Like the skirt, the real skirt section. So I love this yarn. I really think that I might want to do like doubled up for any sport weight projects now in the future. I think I have like a couple projects already in queue of things that I want to make from. I didn't realize that this would be like a sport weight. So now everything's opened up on like patterns that I have on what I will make. But this is so cool. It's so shiny. You can't tell in this lighting. Tomorrow I'll show you in like more natural light of the glow of it. And I love the colors that I've chosen here. So, okay, here I go, putting them together now. This isn't the best angle, but you gotta see the fit. This was a little bit tricky to do with the connecting, but I figured it out. And I'm so excited. It's like 1 a.m. here, so I'm trying not to be too loud, but I'm going to bed now. See you tomorrow. Y'all, it's already like noon here, and I was thinking, oh, I'll just work on this a little bit this morning as I have like my coffee. My coffee is like long done. My house is a disaster. I've decided, you know, like that's what I'm going to work on today is like cleaning house so that I can feel accomplished and work on my project like stress-free. I can't stop though. I just want to keep on. These freaking granny squares, I forget how addicting they are. Look at that. This is what I did this morning. I made my second batch of granny squares. So what I find is that doing an assembly line makes it go by faster. So usually I do like, or this is the system that I've found. I make one square so I know that that's the color sequence that we're supposed to do. And then I assembly line the remainder of the squares that I need to make. These are all the squares from the first batch that I had to do, and you have to make extra for later. This is what I finished last night, as you know. And oh, I also was going to mention, so you guys know that I had got this colorway, only one thing of it. I don't know what you call these. Are they basically like cones? Tubes? I mean, because it's not a cake. I don't know if this is a skein. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, well, since I only had one of those, and I have to double up for this. I crushed the inside, like, because it has like a little piece of cardboard in it to keep its shape. So I made sure both of the ends were out, and I crushed the inside, and then I pulled it out. I like kind of rolled it in and I pulled it out, and now it's like a flattened cake. And so it pulls from one end of the outside and then one end of the inside. And that's what I used here. It didn't get tangled up, so we're doing good here. No stress. What else did I want to say about this process? Yeah, well, I'm about to connect this next batch of squares. I'm not sure when I read over it how to connect to this bigger piece, but we'll see how it goes. It took me a little bit to understand like how this went based off just words. I'm gonna assume by our suggestions that she's gonna include either a photo or a video tutorial to supplement the words so that you won't have to deal with that. But those are the things that we get to iron out during the testing. Oh, I also wanted to say, I mean, there are so many ends, and I know I said that I'm gonna torture myself, but don't be like me, okay? Promise me you're not gonna be like me. There's just so many. I'm already feeling like the complaining coming. I am hangry too. It's lunchtime. But I promised my husband I'm not gonna be out doing errands just so I could get food today, because I did that the past couple days and things are just stacking up here. I've got to get laundry put away. I need to clean the floors. I need to clean the bathroom. I'd rather be working on this skirt though. Like, how do I have like a clone? How do I get a clone that could just be like the cleaning lady here? Oh my gosh. Okay, for real. I'll stop messing around. Until next time when I'm connected some more. Figured it out. These connection rounds are boggling my mind. They are just quite a bit confusing. So hopefully she really does do like video and photo tutorial for y'all, because I mean, I figure it out. It just takes me a minute to picture it all. And I think I'm gonna note also about like whether we're starting from the top or the bottom. That isn't, or I don't recall like reading that it has been said about what that is. So I think that we're actually working from the bottom to the top. I guess we'll see if I'm right in how that goes as we get going. The pugs are rambunctious right now. They're hungry too, I think. But I'm loving it. I still have not gotten to cleaning. Totally distracted. I think I'm gonna build up here and then connect the next batch of squares. So this will probably be way lower. And the next batch will be here, and then some more stuff. Yeah. So I've probably stretched this out. It is what it is. I'm excited though. Out here for a puppy potty break and enjoying the sun going down right before I get into the confusion of my connecting the third and I believe last batch of granny squares. I'm excited. And then I think I got the top of it and that's it. So this project might take me just 2 days. Yes, I got the last connection section done and the extra added rounds. that was hard. That third connection section was a bit unclear. So what we decided on is basically doing the second connection the same. Well, yeah, the same. And then continuing on with the rest of that. When you go to make it, you'll understand, and also it will be different for you. You know, during the testing phase, we were like guinea pigs. Like, we check things out and make it to where it's easier for the makers later. Tamale's having some water. What else was I gonna say on this? I wanted to have this done in like 2 days. I felt like I could have finished this yesterday, but like I was so confused and couldn't comprehend that part. Okay, it's happening. Look, I've got like a straight line there. I did all these fillers. Oh my gosh, the ends are gonna be the death of me. I'm already beginning the complaints, you guys. Already beginning the complaints. It's gonna take me basically 2 days, but it's 3 to make the skirt, and then it's gonna take me the rest of the time just to weave in the ends. Oh my gosh. I don't think this is gonna require much blocking. I think I could just throw it in the wash and it will be great. So that's exciting. That's one of the bonuses of using cotton. I also forgot I didn't show you the shimmer. So once I add like the top on this, I'll be sure to go outside and show more of the glow once the skirt's done, not the ends. Okay, it's super sunny out here, so I can't really see what I'm doing, but does this show the sheen? And I mean, I have like t-shirt and leggings on right now, so it's probably not the prettiest backdrop. All the ends are poking out. Look, this is real life showcasing here. Or professional Vanna White. I don't know. But this is what's going on, you guys. That skirt is done. Yes, yes. I don't think that I made my tie long enough. It's really hard to gauge. Like, it says do your waist plus 15, and it's really hard to tell when it's just the chain and then you have to go back in with the half double crochets. So I don't know like how to tell you, unless you do like a foundation chain instead, like foundation stitches, I mean, instead of like a foundation chain and going back in the stitches. But I kind of like to have the chain so that because I notice when I do foundation stitches there's a little bit more stretch in it, but with the chain you get a little bit more strength, and I think that with a drawstring I do want to have that. I almost kind of wish that we would go down a hook size for the actual band part here, so that could help cinch in the top. And I don't know, like I feel like it would be less of an airy ribbing or border or whatever, that it would be more filled in like that first swatch that I did. This is definitely an item that you want to wear like like this could be a swimsuit cover, or you could wear it over a dress. For me personally, I'm not going to wear it with nothing on underneath, you know. I like it, and I like this fiber too. Can't wait for the photo shoot. So now begins the journey of weaving in the ends. Why did I do this to myself? Okay, I have already got my notes in. Dominique is working on things early, like her first edit at least. We have, as you know, found confusion in the connection sections, and so she's planning on making another one. And so she's going to work on editing it from what notes we have already, as well as, you know, what she experiences as she makes another one. So I got the notes in that I have already started, and I swear I'm always like, I made clear notes. When I jotted things down, it made sense to me, and I thought that it was explained very well. But when I go back in and I'm like, what was I thinking? I get so confused when people are asking in the group. So my biggest suggestion is explain everything in your notes like you don't know anything of what you just made, so that it would be clear. Like, explain why, like the difference in the pattern of what you're reading and following, like what you were confused on, what correction was done, and all clearly. Like, my handwriting is horrendous, so for anybody to read this is gonna have a hard time anyways. I do a little bit too much yarning, so my hand doesn't want to cooperate. I'm actually thinking about maybe like teaching myself to write left-handed, so I can give my right hand a little bit of a break. I was actually left-handed when I was younger. My mom switched me. I guess Koreans have a bit of a superstition. Anyway, I'm sitting here winding one of my, whatever these things are called, into a ball, because I forgot to save the cardboard piece for the color that I combined here. I just threw that cardboard away, not thinking about it. And when I weighed it with the cardboard. So to get accurate yardage, I need the cardboard piece to figure out what it is that I have left over. So I'm getting the cardboard piece from this other one that I wind, and then I'll have all my yardage. I didn't send in my yardage notes yet to her, but I will. And, you know, I still need to get pictures too, but I haven't woven everything in. So I have quite a bit of this left. And I mentioned something, and she was like, hey, sounds like a good opportunity for a matching top. And then she said she'd gift us all the top we want. Like, whatever top we want to make with it. I was like, what? I'll take whatever you give me, girl. At first I was thinking she has a matching top and queue for the Vivy skirt. But no, then she said we could pick any top. So I picked the juniper because, I don't know, I think it'll complement these bottoms so well. It's like a bralette style, and I can make my like yarn work with it. I don't have to keep up with yardage on the juniper. This is not a test for the juniper top, but it will be really cute to take photos with matching top and skirt. They've put it together. Some of them have already taken pictures, and they've done it with band tees, like rocker band, like music band t-shirts. I don't even think I have any band tees anymore. So I might not be joining that party unless I like go to the store and try and find one. I think an AC/DC though would be pretty freaking cool with this skirt. I don't know what else. A kiss would be pretty cool with this skirt too. I am obsessed with my colors that I chose though. I kind of wish, did I already say before, I kind of wish there was a little bit more of the 6th color, like my golden color in there. I literally only have like 2 spots of it. So this is poor lighting, but up here and then right here in the middle, and that's it. That's all the gold. So the 6th color, you're not going to need very much, but mostly all the other colors. It looks like everything's fairly even. The 2nd and 5th color I used about the same, and then the 1st, 3rd, and 4th colors are about the same. Just estimate and weighing it. 1 granny square for me weighed 6 grams, and I used the, Artiste Artiste thread from Hobby Lobby. Oh my gosh, my lighting is so horrible. I'm sitting on the floor here. So I just did a workout with my niece. But I have my scale right here. It's just a little food scale. It's definitely something that you need if you plan on being a tester. I have recently cleaned up all of my like yarn and crafty stuff. So this ottoman, wow, can we get any darker here? This ottoman here, it's red. You can't even tell. It has become my whip basket. Like, it's holding all my current projects that I need to work on. So I can't add to the ottoman until I finish some things. And all of these little cone, whatever things you want to call this, take up quite a bit of space. So I need to get this top done. Plus it's the 10th, and I believe notes are due the 20th. I don't know. I gotta look at my planner, but soon, basically. So I gotta get these ends woven in and everything, like a photo shoot done. We're finally into like spring out here. It's so gorgeous. So I don't even know what kind of backdrop that I'm gonna do with this. I have literally no theme in mind. When I go to get ready, it'll just come to me, especially once the juniper bralette is done. I'm gonna work on that tonight, so follow the journey with me. I mean, you're already into this video, so you're gonna be watching the rest, right? You wanna see the end. Y'all, I don't know what I was thinking. That square is actually my boo-boo square. Like, I didn't have gauge yet with that, so it's gonna be more than 6 grams. Small, you wanna go out front or something? Come on. She don't want to potty back here, and honestly I don't really like taking her outside because of the pool she's fallen in before, being blind tail. Boy gets upset when nobody's playing with him. Anyway, so I don't know what I was thinking on that. Also, I just looked in the juniper pattern. The juniper bralette pattern is actually made with sugars and cream worsted cotton. So this is like thread, and when I double it up, it basically makes fingering. So that'd be like doubling a lot to get the same kind of worsted gauge. I don't know how I'm gonna match this. We'll see. I'm gonna get to gauging and see what we can do. Oh my goodness, y'all, I have wasted so much time untangling. I've made 2 of these little balls of 4 strands, and a lot of that time was spent untangling. I'm like chopping my head off here. I have my tripod on really short. Maybe if I can just raise it a little bit here. How's that? How's that? Okay, we're much better here. Anyways, I found a system. So this one didn't take me near as long, and I only wished I learned it before, because then I probably could have started this yesterday. But at the same time, it didn't need to happen because we've just found out today that we needed to add another round on the bottom. The pictures showed it, but the direction didn't give it. So now figuring out my yardage might give me a little bit of inaccuracy, but I'll try and get as close to possible, because the first color I did was the color that I need to add to the bottom of the skirt. Okay. We will get it sorted out, but I'm gonna finish balling up the rest of 2 more colors. And what I'm doing is that I have my cake winder. Yeah. So I wind up one from the little cone thing, like the cardboard thing. And then I wind up the next one. And then I make sure like I have an interior sticking out and the exterior sticking out. And then I wind up the interior and the exterior together, and then I'll have again 2 strands. That makes 2 strands. Then I'll have then I do it on both of them. So then both of them are like this with 2 strands, and I just take them right out the center here, 2 strands, and it makes 4 strands here. And there's hardly any untangling that I have to do in this way. Oh my gosh. Like, why did I try to crush the cardboard before and not utilize the tools that I have? Sometimes the light bulb doesn't come on till later. It's okay. It's okay. The universe wanted me to delay it so that I knew not to use that other yarn. It actually saved me. Y'all, I looked so put together yesterday and I didn't record at all. But I'm coming on here to show you my haggard self, but I made 2 bralettes in one day. I have plenty of ends to weave in, but this sucker, as you saw, bullseye target or bullseye tits, I don't know. I was like, this is just so wrong. A friend told me that it kind of reminds them of a totem pole with the eyes and the like mouth down here. So it just looks, the way the color sequence is, because I tried to match my skirt, it looks a little areola-like. And not that that is bad, but I don't think that that's the vibe I'm going for here. But I decided to go ahead and keep this top because Austin Power Bots, I'm into it, and I'd love to make a TikTok if there is any clip, like any sound clip of that. So instead, I made just a plain old black version because I know that this will get used quite a bit, you know, like black matches everything, and this definitely is gonna match that skirt. It's gonna make it look extra rock star-ish vibes, and yeah, so I'm feeling it. You know how I said like I could get stitches but I couldn't get row gauge? Well, I think that that's where we're seeing the difference in this here. It fits-ish, but I'm probably gonna have some side boob here. I don't know what it's gonna be like when I wash or stretch. I almost wish that I would have, because I have cups that I got, and I have like a rotary cutter that will make like a hole every little bit. And so when I used to make bikini tops, that's what I did. I would use like the rotary cutter in the cups, and then the last round that I do, I would use to join the cups to this by stitching that top thing around it, because I don't sew. But as you can see, I've already assembled all of this, so that's unlikely to happen, in which case I'm probably gonna have to wear pasties for my photos. And there will be 2 different styles of photos since I've got 2 different crop tops. So all that I have to do is weave in my ends, add the tassels, weave in my ends on the skirt, and it's photo time. Woohoo! Okay, I've got 3 squares woven in. A gazillion more to go. Each square, you know, has basically 5 rounds, and that's like color you start with. Like when you start a color and when you end a color, those are the strings that you have to sew in. So can you imagine how many you have? Then all the rows in between too. There's just so many, so many. Don't be like me. Weave them in as you go, and right now you could have enjoyed your skirt. Why did I do this to myself? I told you I would complain about it. Oh, I almost forgot. I also wanted to add a wager. Do we think that I can finish this all in one day? Like all the weaving in the ends in one day. It's already late afternoon, so like 3:18 right now. I did 2 squares right before I sat down here. So that's 3 squares now. And y'all already have seen the progress of how many I have to do. So do we think by the time I go to bed tonight, I will have all these ends woven in, and then I can do pictures? I wish I could get pictures done today, because hello. Oh man. It's a process and I enjoy the journey. I do. I promise I do. Okay, I've got one round and like 3 squares on the next and then like some in between row there. On the second batch of squares there, I have got 3. I got to take the dogs out. They're very irritable right now. But I just wanted to say it's not looking promising that I will get this done tonight. But it is looking nicer in the section that is done. And that's bringing me joy and making me feel like it's worth it. Update. Husband was ready to go to bed fairly early because it was a long, fun-filled day. And we had got up early, so I guess he was ready to lay down early. I had Dr. Pepper late, and I probably wouldn't have minded to stay up. But I like that we have that ritual to be able to go to bed together. So I did. And I didn't get all my ends woven in. I still pretty much have the same amount. I got these bottom 2 rounds done, and I am on to the top. So surely I can get this done before the sun goes down. I've got my vanilla caramel latte in, look how frothy that is, in my the Vivy Crochet mug. It says the great indoors. It has knitting needles on it, but you know what? I like it. Sorry, I'm using my right hand so you can't see it. I get to enjoy it for myself. Are you one? I've asked this in my Instagram stories before, but never on YouTube. Are you one that likes to hold the mug with the decal facing you or facing other people? I feel like it kind of goes with, that is just too good. It kind of goes with like, you know, your wedding ring, whether you put the band closer to you or away. I mean, I think that you're supposed to put it closer to you. It's been 5 years, so I'm supposed to get my second band this year. We shall see what happens. I was like, I deserved it before, though. I'm hoping that when I do get it, that it doesn't move around as much. Because if you've seen in some of my videos, sometimes like I don't have them soldered together, so they move. Now we're moving from crochet to other odd and end things. Maybe I'm in a chatty mood this morning. Okay, I'm going to get to watching a show. I don't know yet what show. And weaving in these ends and hopefully being very distracted so I don't realize how much time has passed. I did it! I got all the ends woven in before the sunshine is gone. So now I'm going to be throwing it in the wash and getting on with the day of my errands. It's like 2:30. And I started that at, I think, 9 maybe. Wow. I also like made myself breakfast and chat with some friends. So it was like a really casual thing. But I got it done and it really wasn't that bad. You know, I felt accomplished with each strand I was weaving in. I feel good that I did it. So no regrets. I'm ready to make another one. Okay, I did my hair a bit earlier. Now I washed and dried the skirts and the tops. The skirt and the tops. They are still a bit damp, but I have them setting here. And I'm probably gonna have to clean up the tassels. Oh, I forgot to even video and say that. I added the tassels last night on the juniper bralettes. I made the tassels smaller on the bullseye, on the bullseye version. And I don't know. That's not going to be one that I wear often. It's just to match the skirt and it makes me laugh. So I can't get rid of it. I also, remember the coaster that I made at the remember the square that I made at the beginning that was not the size that I needed and I kept it? I decided to make it a coaster. and I freaking love it. My little fringes I made to be like 2 inches. I didn't even clean up the fringe. I just left it scattered. Okay, so now I'm going to get my makeup done so I can snap like a few pictures, and then I got to get the yardage sent to her also. So, oh, dropped my curtain. That's why we don't multitask here. Okay, I'm going to get these done, and then I just don't know how I'm going to style this. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.